guys, it is high time that I did a review on this really cool little Vox Mini 5 rhythm practice amp. In my opinion, this is the best practice amp and really just little amp that you can get for under 200 bucks. It's got drums on it, it's got all kinds of great tones, and when I need to practice a song for an upcoming gig, this is really the go-to piece of equipment that I go to. And why turn on every little bit in the studio when you don't have to? Go to this thing and you're good to jam. So this little guy is actually battery powered, 6 AA batteries, and that lasts me, gosh, I don't know, 6 hours at least worth of jamming, straight jamming, drums and everything. There is an auxiliary power line in if you want to plug it in, but you know, for tone, for a practice amp, really, this thing is phenomenal. All kinds of settings. It does the British thing really well as far as tones, as expected from a Vox amp. It's got the BTO clean, black 2x12, tweed 4x10, AC15 does that pretty well. The AC30 does that fairly well. And then here's what I really like. These are my favorite settings. UK 70s. Are you kidding me? The tone right there is just so chunky and British and great sounding. And 80 sounds like it jumped right out of my old Ghetto Blaster. Great tone there. UK 90 sounds fantastic. And then if you want to go a little more metal, high gain, it's got that too. And got your real simple gain knob, tone knob, volume knob, little watt selector. I usually just keep it on the lowest one there because, you know, this is a practice amp. I don't want to blow the neighbors away. Don't want to wake up the kids. Don't want to make my dog start howling. So I keep that thing on just 0.1, 1.5 watts and 5 watts. It gets fairly loud for this little thing and 6 AA batteries. So the battery life probably lasts me a longer time because I am keeping it right there on that 0.1 watts. Let's see, you got some guitar effects. You got your delay, tape echo, spring, some reverb, little room reverb. It's got a compressor on it, believe it or not. And for a cheap little amp with a built-in compressor, that sounds really good. It adds quite a bit of sustain to my tone when I just want to practice and don't want to pull out the whole pedal board, don't want to have to run it through a DAW. I just want it to sound good and jam with it. So I kind of like keeping it right there on that compressor. It does have the chorus, the flanger, tremolo. That sounds okay too. It's got a tap tempo for your delays. This little thing is really jamming. Under 200 bucks. Here's your drum section for your practice drums. The drums are just basic. They don't sound, you know, you're not going to get any heavy bass tones or anything like that coming from this speaker. But I'll tell you what this is great for. It's great for what it was made for, and that's practice. You need to dial in your tempo really quick. You can do that. You can adjust the level of the drums with the guitar. It's got a tuner over there, start stop for the drums. I found that when I need to practice something and get a riff down, you want to get your timing down for the riff, and that's really what's going to make you a professional player, right? I mean, you can play any old riff, but getting the timing down is what really puts that emotion into it and that feel. So that's why I love this amp. So here, why don't we go ahead and listen to some of these drum tones. Let's see. This is kind of just like my go-to setting here, a little rock. Here, let's turn it on here. Boom. And let's fire up. I'm not recording from that SM57 there. I'm just recording straight from my cell phone, so don't expect the best audio quality. I will give you a sample of what it can sound like through the 57 later in the video, though. So here's this, though. You got your rock beat. You can switch it around. Kind of similar to the rock beat there. Metal beat. Oh, by the way, there's variations of each genre here. So you got sounds kind of cool. And then you can adjust the tempo accordingly real quick here too. So if you want to jam it slower, you want to jam it faster, turbo. Anyways, you get the idea. One thing I would like to see in that tempo is maybe a digital controller, like a beats per minute, like adjust the tempo so I know exactly what the beats per minute is, especially if you're trying to recreate a song you heard on the radio or something and you know that song's beats per minute. But you can dial it in. It's got plenty of adjustments there. And again, for $200, this little thing sounds really good. So why don't we dive on in? I'm going to put some recordings through that SM57. You guys are going to hear the tonal qualities here. So as you can see, this little guy is versatile. It gets the job done. The little Vox Mini 5 Rhythm. In my opinion, this thing is definitely rad.